Is Arukh HaShulchan Yardeh Siman Lamed Tes Sif Ayin Aleph to Ayin Gimel. This is supplemental day 276 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi series. Einaf, Einas Stima L'Dofim Wellis, the closure to the rib cage is not effective unless it's to the flesh of the ribs. Going to bosser cells such as the flesh between each rib. Even to the ribs themselves, a place where there is flesh. So on the red bars. That's the rib in the middle, the rock etzim is only bone. But starting on the sides, yeshua basar, there is meat on it. She when it's a fat animal. The kusha, but it's a thin animal, ain't shamrak krum. There's only a membrane there, which does not close up any holes. But the stima ain't basar, closure is only from flesh, shurak, which is soft. But etzim shukash, but a bone which is hard. Ain't semis, it doesn't close up. Kiti spreading because the lung will separate from it. If it's adhering, the lung is adhering to both the flesh and the bone. That's our poskim, the opinion of most poskim, including the Rambam Paragside, including the Rambam and the Ravid and the Rashba. That is to permit. If it does, the opinion of Rosh is to forbid. They should connect etzem hareinu sleisim. It's opposite the bone. It's not closing. What does it help? The fact that part of the closure is opposite the flesh. Since there's still going to remain the whole opposite the bone. That's the Torah and Shem's opinion of the Torah. However, Rabbi says if you cloud the Rabbi says does not bring down the prohibit the opinion which forbids this. This really holds the kemush gamba basar, since it's also enmeshed with the flesh. Lotis barik, it's not going to become severed. Gamba even that which is opposite the bone. So it's going to eventually get healed. Even if we're concerned with the opinion of Rosh, those who say it's only if it's actual hole. There's only a sircha. We don't see a hole. Which is concerned that there's a hole because of the adhesion. Also, the Rosh could see its question. It's based on the name of the Reb bin Chaviv. And remember, we have the Ravid who permits the sircha even if it's just adhering to the bone. He's like, I would say, granted, we don't hold like the Ravid. If Lova Daito Klab Torah Shalach, and he's not brought out at all in the Torah Shalach, because nevertheless, when it's adhering to both the flesh and the bone, Yesh Lach B'Shitus, it would be simple to allow it. I am based. He does not mention all the base. If we need the majority of the adhesion to be to the flesh and a minority to the bone, so you don't need a majority adhering to flesh. With Sifra Gadol in the base itself, even the majority of the sircha adheres to a bone. It's kosher and sham. Some say the ba'ina dafka rova basar. Some say you need to know the majority adhering to the flesh. That's the Radbaz and the Bichadash and the Sima Chadasha. That the mamakum shekosher enter shum b'dika. You should know a place where it is considered kosher. It's not. He steps to the side, the issue right now, but he says in this place it's considered kosher, it doesn't require a check. Makom should trade a place where it's treif ain't a moed because it doesn't help to check. It's based on shach. Much closer to the etzem ain't a moed b'dika. Like the two writes, then when it's adhering to the bone, a check is not effective. Ubasa, when it's adhering to the flesh, ain't tzarich b'dika. It doesn't require a check. Ayin sham. Ayin gimel. Ain't a stimulus amigava una. This only works from the back of the una. Our mekama front of the una ain't a klum. The ends of makom revis is not a place where it does grow. I guess where these things happen normally. Therefore, if you have a sircha from the front of the lobe to the rib cage, have a shlokasidron. It's shlokasidron, and it's no good. Even from the ends of the una to the rib cage, this adhesion does not close off. It's not going to be the place where this is normally normal to heal itself. If the sircha, the adhesion comes out from the ends of the lobe and it extends to the back of the lobe, and then it adheres to the rib cage. You can't know if the source of the adhesion is from the ends of the una, and he special gamuna and expanded to the back of the una utrefa, and there should be treif. Or makora sircha, or the source sircha migabah is from the back of the una, special and then extended to the ends of the una ukshera, and then it's kosher. Imrova sircha begabuna, if the majority of the sircha is on the back of the una, it's kshera. Rova shvila treifa, and the majority is on the ends of the una, it's treif. It makes sense to assume that the sircha originates in the place the majority of it is found. There's also if it's from the front and the back. What do you mean by rov mikama? We say the majority is in the front of the una, treifa, it's treif. Rov migav, and the majority is in the back of the una, kshera, it's kosher. Yearly, it seems to me that the fiha minhag shel mil o klipa et sleinik moshisbar, according to the custom that we have of crushing or peeling, which will be clarified many in this simon, but many sifim hence in kuvav to kuvtes. Im ovra kulai de milch, if it passes completely by crushing, pshita kshera is obviously kosher. So I feel him here rak mikama, because even if it's just on the front, haminag lemayich, the minhag to crush, the minhag is to crush it. Because crushing is affected by all sirchas. Now, but part of it can be removed by crushing, and part of it nishar remains. It doesn't get removed by crushing. We assess it based on whatever is remaining after you crushed it. If the majority then is in the front, treifa, no good. If the majority is in the back, kshera is good. Also, if you can remove the sircha from the front part of the lobe by crushing, the yishar remains in the back, kshera. It's kosher. It doesn't even in the karbagaba. It shows that the source is on the back. If by crushing remove from the back of the lung, but it remains on the front, treifa. That's no good. That shows that it came from the front. Because everything which can be removed by crushing, or meaning we say the ena sircha, that's not considered to be a sircha. That's what you shall see. So only can assess it based on its meaning after crushing. Funny enough, it seems also to be simple. The mechza is 50-50. They're not sure they calipers and measure this. Shaving suffix is treif without the being a robe makom kosher, the majority in the kosher location. That's allowable by all the sirchas which we will see, all sorts of sirchas which we'll see. The being a robe makom kosher, it's got to be a majority in a kosher place in order for it to be kosher, and that is it for today.